7, 8, 9 year, some 11, and some like 4. Southern sent us 10 barrels of, let's look at the mash bill. They're ISC, Cooper Select, Char 1, BF2 profile. So it's like a toast of some sort. I got to look and see what that means. And the mash bill is 78 corn, 14 rye, 8 malted barley. It turned 4 on February. So they're going to be like 4.5-ish, 4. And then we went through them yesterday, right? And they were like pretty interesting.
Yeah, they're good.
We got like soy sauce out of some. It really was like lo mein.
Lo mein, yeah.
It literally.
Yeah. But.
And then some of them were like bangers.
Mm-hmm. You don't know until you try.
Yeah.
But like it's very promising.
Yeah. I think I'd like to find the weird ones of these ISC Southern ones, like the weirdest ones, like 1 or 2 of these. I would like to try to get into some of those 9-year MGPs over there. Find some, like, again, not super oily, super spicy, but it's kind of like middle of the road barrels. Blend those with these, and then make a base. And then for like the body, I think what I'd like to do is get into some of the 21% 9-year, 21% 6 and 7 years that we got in here recently. And those are like those are just like really, I mean, I don't know, they're like really classic and easy. And then work with that. And then I would like to, for top notes, find some 11-year, kind of dot it with some 11-year at the very bad. So that's kind of like how I'm feeling about process on that, which is like really sounds elementary. So
I don't think it's elementary at all. I think when you are working with 21% MGP, you're working with different shades of red. But then when you get these different distillates in here, you got a different color. You take a whole box of crayons.
True.
So the things that you can do are going to be pretty much limitless when we have a bunch of different flavor profiles and distillates.
I don't think I have to have a bourbon. I can do like a knighted. What do you think?
I think you will follow the rules that you make up on the spot.
That's funny. Probably. So, but really, so like just the idea of it is to, it's just use younger stuff and new techniques versus old whiskey. Yeah.
Boring.
Slow.
Old,
Yeah.
sitting at a counter with sample bottles.
Oh, that's not boring. That's fun,
Not
actually.
burning any calories, getting fatter.
What are you talking about?
Just reading your mind.
Okay.
There's a lot of young Kentucky stuff has a profile, a very nutty profile.
Yeah.
These aren't that.
They aren't that
These are,
at all, actually.
which is a great thing.
Yeah, I think it is too.
Yeah, you're not using them what a lot of other people are using to blend younger stuff. It's unique and it's going to be a lot of fun, I think, for you to do that.
So we just took 36% 9-year MGP, blended it with 4.5-year Southern, the crazy experimental barrels we got from Pete Barger at Southern.
Like a honey nut Cheerio. It's like
No, I'm with you.
It's got the grain and the honey and like the nut. It's like fruit with a core. What do you call them?
Stone fruit.
Yep.
Stone fruity.
It's like the
I'm with
planet
you.
fruits.
So listen, definitely sliced peaches all day. Honey nut Cheerios, sliced peaches. 50-50 MGP with
Did you taste it yet?
Southern. No.
Did just some weird twist and turn. Oh. It is a curvy road. Then the finish hits way later. Like in about 5 seconds, it goes weird.
In the very back.
Not weird in a bad way. It just goes
Yeah.
like it gets like very sweet in the back. It's like it's trying to find second gear. It's like
It does.
then it hits it and then takes off. It's like a continental breakfast.
That's pretty good. But like for a base, what I usually look for would be something a little more weighty, a little more
Yeah,
weight.
I can see that.
Yeah,
These are a lot of top notes, right?
they
Like a lot
really
of
are.
Building a base out of, it's hard to drop heaviness into that with just a little bit. You gotta do start heavy and then
Yep.
add the.
So I think so this is more of a body, right? That makes
add to
sense.
that, yeah.
We do probably have some base barrels in here that I like double barreled.
Uh-huh.
Maybe we start with that and these for a base. I bet you it will work. I'll see if Joe can get us to them. That's what we're gonna do. But I like where this is at.
Yeah, it's like you say, you never know until you try it.
Yeah.
And it'll work for sure. But
It's beautiful. It's closer to
it
Southern.
doesn't taste like one thing or the other. It tastes like it's a new animal.
It is a new animal.
It's a triceratops or triceratoturtle.
Oh, that's cute.
See, it's a totally different animal. That's weird.
It's got some dusty like corn notes on it.
Mm-hmm. It's in the cardboard category.
That's interesting.
It's in the cardboard category, but
Yeah.
like
It is.
it's just in a different volume.
Ooh,
You know,
that nose is getting good. It is cardboardy, but like the dusty or like chalky, but air, chalk in the air.
sidewalk chalk.
What'd you say?
Sidewalk chalk.
Kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, wet sidewalk chalk.
Yeah.
Yes. It's just kind of cardboardy. We're not sure how, but it is.
Well, you mentioned the cardboard note yesterday, and now it's there's a category of
Like-
MGP bourbon for me now. This makes sense.
Chris Ron. Thanks for the cardboard note. This is fire. Honestly, I love it. It's not done.
No, it hits parts of the palate that you don't expect it to.
Yeah.
It almost
It's very points in the palette, right? Like points, like little dots on a map. And they all kind of like connect in like a little way.
we're such nerds.
Well, I didn't mean to finish your sentence either. I think it's fucking delicious. I love it. I'm so excited about something new, right? It's totally different.
I like to, in my brain, like just envision how it works on the mouth.
Yeah.
And this is, it's like three-dimensional almost. Like there's like a trough where it kind of falls into in the middle of the palate. Of like, it doesn't make sense to anybody else. But to me, like I feel like it's emptying into the middle of my palate.
No, I totally get it. Yeah. It's like the Mississippi River.
Yeah.
And these are all tributaries off the Great Basin or whatever.
I love that you use the word tributaries.
Yeah. Moving into the Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Deep River.
Yeah. All right. We're going to go try to find that weighted barrel and mix it with this and see how that acts as a base. So we went back, tried a MGP, finished in 15 new char, toasted, and then combined, very weighty, very sugary molasses weight. Weight's the big thing. We took that, combined it with this Southern Distilling and a 36 MGP, and we think it's pretty phenomenal for a base.
Yeah, I mean it's different than
It's very different.
than anything that I've tasted recently from here,
Yeah.
or ever. But it's wild. It's a wild palate.
It is, and it's just the base. So like it leaves all this. As long as we stay down deep in these deep notes, we'll be fine to build it up. I don't want to like skip the base and go to a body, right, or too light. 'Cause it just won't fucking work. It gets weird. I think it's where people go wrong, probably a lot of times.
Is by doing things too light.
Yeah, I think if your base should be heavy, deep,
Yeah.
the deepest of the notes, you know.
Right.
'Cause otherwise it gets wonky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it'll all be light, right? At that point, it's all kind of like a light, thin whiskey
Right.
with like deep notes that don't really work. So we're gonna go and try some other MGPs, 6 years, 7 years, 9 years. Possibly put some of the 9 year in there just because there's leather. I think I might want the leather to be at the base and not like in the middle, but I'm not sure about that yet. I didn't think about it. We'll see how it works. We're going to try putting probably 6 barrels together at equal parts, approximately to what we think, without using colanders and measurements to make Matt really nervous.
I can't help it.
I know. And and then we're going to see if it works together, and if it does, then we're going to unleash Joe to somehow get through this fucking disaster of barrels and get those together. You have anything to say?
I'm really bad at that. I think we need to make Joe angry.
Joe angry?
Yeah.
Here.
I think an
Last
angry
time.
Joe would move barrels fast.
I don't think an angry Joe would move barrels fast at all.
No?
No, I think you just figure out what he's angry about and fucking destroy it.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
What if it's the barrels?
What's the barrels? They might move
I
them
don't think
fast.
it's barrels. It's not their fault.
I don't think Joe gets mad. Like, Joe's used to, like, fighting every morning.
Yes.
For work? Like,
It's hard for me to get mad.
yeah.
He goes to the gym. Oh, build up some anxiousness, would ya?
I will say a lot less anxiousness than I bring over here.
And we're going to start with Buffalo Trace A++ barrel. Buffalo Trace, which would be Stag Junior, finished 21% MGP. And we're going to blend that with this says 5-year XP. It's actually older than that right now. It should be 6.5 year, which would have been those XP barrels we got a long time ago. Finished in new char 5, toasted barrels, 15 gallon, and then combined back together, and then put into one of the original barrels that XP was in. So we already aren't working with bourbon. See, finished bourbon with bourbon barrels. So we're talking about a specialty whiskey knighted. So, and then we're gonna blend in this 7.5 year MGP. Then we're gonna throw an 11 year in there with the base as well. This is one of those 36% 11 years or 40%. We think they're 36, but they could be 40. Doesn't matter. Same thing. Almost. In a blend it is. The base is going to be kind of hold everything up, but I want that old note in the very, very back as well. Now, when we finish that, we're going to, Joe and I will discuss, we'll try this one here. This barrel, we remember being very barnyardy. It was very, it wasn't as like gamey as it is now a few months ago. This was, we put a little bit of this barrel into batch, I believe, 88. And that's what kind of gave it that old note, if I remember right. I think it was 88. So kind of an older Bordeaux-ish note. And I love that shit. But now it's starting to move into like a heavier barnyard. Like rather than sweet cow manure, it is like a drier hay-like. So, and then, so we decide that the plan is to move over here into these Southern Distilling. These super experimental Char 1 BF2, I expect that's probably a toast profile, but these super experimental Southern Distilling, about 4.5-year-old bourbon barrels from Pete Barger, a force to be reckoned with in the manufacturing distilling space. He somehow figured out how to have like the largest stills in the Southeast and still keeps it craft, holds it very closely. Joe is going to dump our first base whiskey. That barrel looks like it's seen better days.
Yeah, this bone's probably gonna.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's a lot. You're fucking knocking the fuck out. Yeah, dude.
Woo.
We're not tasting these bases because we already did. We got a real good idea of what it's going to do. We didn't do anything specific and exact, but it just don't have to. When you have a month to do something, or a couple weeks to do something, you got plenty of time. Now these Southern Distilling barrels are so really off profile to anything I've ever worked with. The idea of experimental is, I guess, just that, to kind of play with and see what works and what doesn't work. So very excited about them. These are the ones we're going to have to really pay attention to today. So that was our Stag finished bourbon. Now we're going to do our 5-year XP, which is really about 6.5 year. I believe. 6 year. Yeah, about 6.5 year. XP Char 3, double oaked, and then combined. Yeah, come on in. That sounds real good, Joe. That's funny. Oh shit. There you go. Oh yeah, baby. So Joe's putting another top bung on. This will be the barn. No, not the barnyard. This is just the regular old bourbon. So almost 8 years, I think. That was clean as a whistle. Oh, you left some of it in there, but it doesn't matter. I kind of like that. It's a whole different, like...
Yeah, it's going to have to start walking about it.
It's a waterfall.
Yeah.
It's a bourbon waterfall. It's like triple rainbow. See, some of that cork come back there, so it's like almost faster.
It's just like this now.
So interesting because that cork has a hole in it, though. You know what I'm saying? Joe would have had dumped that 11 year because he's on a fucking mission. It's a 99.4.
Yeah,
That's the one you fucking kind of fell in love with.
I did.
It was actually kind of a short barrel.
it was. It's
Yeah.
250 pounds.
So we just put a short barrel, low ABV, beautiful barrel into this, and it's probably gonna make it amazing. So if you don't mind, stir that sumbitch, and I'm gonna get a glass.
Okay.
And let's see what she tastes like, and decide if we want to put that barnyard in there. I love blending days. So we pulled a sample. Boy, it smells awful barnyardy already. I don't know if I want to do it. I don't know. I actually wonder if we already put the barnyard one in.
No, it's over there.
Okay. It's just weird, man. It smells very gamey. It's almost done. It's done. We're done. Yep, it's over.
Okay.
Let's try that. Let's try that gamey one, barnyard one. Yeah, let's put it in this glass to see if it's worth a damn. The bung puller. Did you grow up on Beavis and Butthead?
Yeah.
You guys go in the same hole. Oh, you fucker.
Got it.
You proved me fucking wrong.
I busted.
Did you grow up on Beavis and Butthead?
I did, yeah.
I need teepee for my bunghole.
It's been a while since I watched it, though, man.
Yeah. I think they're gonna do a movie with that Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, the one that did it on Saturday Night Live.
Yep. I think they're gonna do a movie.
I like it.
It's a good base, isn't
It
it?
is. It's a very good base.
It's perfect, dude.
Yeah.
Was Dumper
400 pounds. It's
gonna be a good one?
pretty full.
Get up towards the quarter line. That fucking tank's huge.
Maybe.
Like it. I like it.
No space means 400 pounds.
It's not moving when you move though. Yeah, baby, yeah. And this is the barnyard barrel because it really does add a nice layer. It smells like barnyard,
It
dude.
does. It smells like what?
Literally.
Manure and hay.
That's exactly it. It's like the difference between this and what it was was sweet cow shit before.
Yeah.
Now it's horse shit with a bunch of dry hay sitting in the sun, dry as fuck. It's like bourbon rain. All right, so now we're just gonna We're gonna mix this, we're gonna stir this, we're gonna make a couple, maybe 4 samples, 5 samples of that, and try different Southern distilling barrels with that to see how it goes together. So, and that'll be our base. I feel like I'm on a cooking show. So we just popped our first Southern distilling. I feel like it's complex, even compared to that one we just blended.
It
like,
is.
yeah. Huh?
It is, but I don't know.
Yeah. Dude, it's a whole nother deal.
Yeah, it's...
So it brings it up. It's almost feel like it brings up in this top note. This passes right over the body.
You're right, it does. There's nothing in the middle.
It like made it kind of cooler,
Yeah.
cleaner. So we're gonna do another one here. Make life a little easier. It almost has like a Buffalo Trace. It tastes like a little bit like Evernorth's 51, 52% rye bill. It's kind of berry.
Got a lot more berry in that one.
Yeah, it's
a lot more.
fruity as fuck, isn't it? I don't hate that, buddy. So let's do this. Let's take it, and I'm gonna do a bunch. I'll stop talking about that one day.
Maybe not.
I might not. Unreal. These Southern barrels are fun. Isn't that cool? So can we just jump right into that one now?
It's crazy.
I'm fucking blown away.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's that good, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It actually took some of that barnyard away.
That's what I'm saying. It took a lot of that manure away.
It's like deep and dark now, like in that way. And the fruit that came through, it almost made it darker, and that's not a dark whiskey.
No.
So
Definitely brought the fruit.
super fucking guys, this is so much fun. God, I'm so glad you're here for it. I'm blown away. This is fucking so good. So let's dump that motherfucker. Hey.
That one?
Huh?
That one?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Just dumped our first barrel of Southern Distilling into our tank. First time we ever used anything other than MGP. Brought up the proof, made it very complex, but it also kind of brought it up into like a higher note level. You know what I'm saying, Joe?
Yeah.
It's like higher, like peachy fruits.
Yeah.
Just kind of moved it into the body really fast. We're going to try to find something that brings it back down to the basement level a little bit. What do you think of this one? No? I agree.
It's not.
What do you think?
A little darker, a little bit more
So-
heavy than the other one was.
So I think that this would bring. That's going to give it like these old. It's going to make it taste old.
I was going to say, it's got a lot more age to it.
Yeah, it might be a really good place to go. Honestly,
It's still 11 year too, isn't it?
it is. It's not exactly what we were. I think you know what I was looking for. This isn't exactly what we were looking for, but I think it will play to that.
Yeah. You know,
I feel like I think we might want to do it.
yeah.
Let's try it with it. How about that? Before we just jump in like a bunch of crazy. See, that's when we need Matt Bunch around. We'll just start putting shit in. Yeah. Hold on, guys. Let's talk about it.
Let's taste it first.
Yeah. That's funny. And this was out of the tank? Okay. So we're gonna put a little amount of that. And then a little bit of this. And really just a little bit of that. It's pretty full probably though. It's so interesting.
I think it did what it needed
That's
to do.
what we want.
Yeah, absolutely.
So look. So
Definitely
what
custom
we're
age.
kind of doing, it totally drinks old.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. But, like, it's extreme, honestly. Like, holy shit, that totally
Yeah.
super weird.
Changed a lot.
I think we want to do that.
Like you said, it didn't put the darkness to it, but it put the age, which I think kind of
We want both.
Yeah.
So now let's look for some dark, like molasses dark after this.
Okay.
That's pretty delicious, buddy. That almost tastes like a sib. We're on the right track. You want to keep looking? You want to just pour and then go?
Yeah, that's fine.
Let's do it.
I know which one that is.
We got to find a molasses bomb. We need a dark, deep, like sugary. We're not going to find that in these older ones, I don't
There was a
think.
sugary one, but I have no idea where it's at.
We need a 36% 9-year, I bet. There's got to be plenty of those around here. 13. We might have to start drilling things, but I don't want to get too far back. I say we do it.
Just drill it.
Yeah. Unless you find lower hanging fruit. Right there.
This one?
Yeah. And maybe this one.
It's like, check it every morning to make sure it's not leaking.
So I think it's like moving closer, but it's not quite there.
No.
It's close though, isn't it? Yeah. It probably would make it better, but we're going to get to where we have a full tank and we're still making a base. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
How fun is it to go through a rick house? Like, and literally we have like kind of a rick house now.
Oh, God,
It feels like
there's
it.
A lot. There's a lot.
Just go through here and just fucking drill shit and pull shit. What do you think? We're going to find one. Guarantee it.
How did with that one, dude? I mean, it's definitely fruitier for sure.
It's kind of the same thing. I think it might be a little better than that
It's
one.
better than that one.
Tiny bit, though. We're going to give fucking Matt a heart attack having all these things mixed up. What do you think?
I think it's the same as those are.
It's close.
Yeah.
We're on the edge. Maybe we can find one a little closer to the front. We're going to find one. By God, if it's the last thing I do. I want to get one more, and I want to get it kind of down deep and dark before I stop. And then we can call it. There's one right there.
Back there. It might be the one.
That's the one. Never been opened either. Come on, sweetness. I feel like it's going to be sweet. He knows.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Who's the blender now?
That's it.
You are.
Yeah, that's
You
it.
know
I mean,
exactly.
That's definitely a lot sweeter than everything 6 we tried. I mean, that.
It's going to work.
Oh yeah, that's
So I think we can do that one first, and
Okay.
then we talk about the old one.
okay.
Yeah. Hells yeah. We about done for our base. Dude, that's delicious. Oh. See, we didn't even try it. Look, we're not good. We're not a good match.
Yeah.
We didn't even try it. We're just doing it.
Yeah.
That's fucking terrible, Joe.
But we gave this sweet like you were looking for, bro.
It is exactly, but so look,
You want to try it or no? Just leave it?
I don't. Do you want to try it?
No, let's just leave it.
Because we know it's going to work.
Yeah, it's
but
gonna work.
but you see it though. You see why it'll work because you have to have in your head what you're looking for and why it needs something.
Yeah, what I need next. And that's definitely what
That's it.
it's all about sweet. That's the first.
It is sweet and dark and heavy and deep, right?
Yep.
We're gonna tug it back down. That Southern Distilling barrel that I didn't catch on tape or on video, showed my age there. It kind of brought it up in complexity, brought it up in proof. It really, honestly, after we put that Southern Distilling barrel in there, we could have bottled that and been a very unique and exciting offering. And we're putting in the very sweet, heavy molasses barrel. Look how dark it is. Holy shit. This is
What we're looking for.
it is. It's exactly what we're looking for. 36%, 9-year-old MGP. Yeah, they're,
Same way.
yeah, they really. Right now, we only have one barrel of 11 year in here, one barrel of 9 year, and everything else is 4 6 and 7.
Yeah.
Yep. So we went over there and got some of that 11 year that tasted aged oak. Aged oak 11 year. We don't know if the 11 year helps it or not. It's kind of where we're at, right?
Oh, it does.
I don't think it does either.
I mean, hardly changed anything.
I think we leave it alone. I think it's a bullshit barrel. Bunch of bullshit. So we're done.
Yeah, I think,
The base is done.
yeah, I think so.
That's exactly what we were trying to do. I think when we get to the body, I think we do look for deeper notes still.
Yeah.
Sweeter, deeper, and complex notes. And then we'll top note it out with whatever we feel like doing at that time. You know, try to find some leather bombs, whatever it is. We'll see. But, man,
It's crazy.
fucking mission
Awesome.
accomplished, dude.
Yeah, well, that's awesome.
All right. Love you guys. Talk soon. So we blended, Joe and I, you guys were here for it, together some things. And we decided, we tasted it later, we didn't love, actually I never focus on notes. I'm always focused on general things, like the wide swath. And but we noticed that there was a note that we didn't love. So we threw that whole blend into Char 5 medium toast barrels. So we just threw them in really quick, a really quick toast and a really quick rebarrel. And they were used. They were only used for like 9 months, I believe, maybe a year max. So they have plenty of life in them. So blend it, put them all in there. And there's like about how many of those barrels you think, Joe?
11, I think.
11?
Yeah.
11 total. We're gonna dump them all. And there's a lot of char in that. Holy shit.
Oh, they're bad.
They're full of it.
Yeah.
We did a sample of all barrels, equal parts, to see what it would taste like, and we actually, it's quite a bit different. And we like it quite a bit. So we're going to go ahead and dump these today, and start blending again. We have this one Southern Distilling barrel that really reminded us of a Korean barbecue, or like bulgogi beef. I'm trying to find it. He just took a sample out of it. But yeah, we put lo mein on here, right there, lo mein. So it reminded me of lo mein, and reminded all of us of lo mein, which is kind of a weird thing. It really stood out. So we are actually going to add the lo mein barrel, I think, to this blend now to kind of bring it around to a more of a Southern distilling profile. So that's our, and we're also going to look for some older stuff, some 11 year, and see what that does to the blend as well. So what just happened was we are going to go along with the lo mein barrel, and then Joe found a really kind of a low proof, real oaky 11 year, and then we just picked out a Space Side 7.5 year 36%. So we decided that the 11 year gave it age, the lo mein barrel gave it like complexity in a weird summery way. Something like this would probably be really good with barbecue. We're gonna dump all three in the tank. So how did we leave this? We liked it and we let it go, but then we decided it needed, I mean, for me it was a little bitter. Yep, and it needed maybe a little more fruit, you know, or something. I wanted that fruit to come through that the Southern was kind of playing with, remember? Yep. So we tried a few things, and honestly the finish needs to be worked on, but we can deal with that later. So we tried a few things and nothing worked. So we stole Matt Porter's blend.
Just a little bit.
Just 25% of Matt Porter's blend. He had a blend going, which we don't want to give away too much info about his blend because he's doing some top secret shit in here. So we just literally dipped into his blend and it went really well. It fixed our blend. So thanks Porter. Thanks for the bump, bud. So we did a 25% Matt Porter, 75% art blend. We're gonna let that kind of roll, and now we're gonna try to find something to maybe work on the finish a little bit, but we're almost done. Almost done. Aren't we?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're real close.
We're fucking close. So, talk soon. So when I said we used Porter's blend, so Porter's blend is 100% 11 year, 36%. So we used a quarter of his blend. I mean, it was like, I think he probably had, we left him a little over 850 bottles. So I guess it was, I mean, he probably had 1,200 bottles, or I don't know. We probably used 400 bottles maybe, or 300 bottles of his blend. It's like it's a blend of an all 11 year bourbon. So, and he didn't get mad at us. Everything's fine. He's like, "What the hell, guys?" Okay, we really like what the porter did to it. The 25% porter base, the 75% ours. But then we took this barrel over here that came from. We used some of this in 89 and 90. But we think it really just... What did it do to it? Brightened it up?
I would say brighten it up with the fruit. Like very bright.
And it fixed the finish to where it's flat all the way across.
It's not spiky.
So I mean, I don't know. I'd say put half of what's in there. Yeah. I think so.
Right.
Or at least a quarter of what's in there. I mean, it's possible you could put like 3 gallons and it fixes the whole tank.
Yeah, I know.
So, what do you think?
I think quarter of it.
Try a quarter?
We can add
Let's
more
do it.
tomorrow.
So that's what we're going to do. Put a quarter of that fucker in there. Because it's going to make a huge difference. So that's about it, guys. All that's really left is if you want to see some more tasting notes. I know I said I wasn't going to include any. I did leave this section in. We do have a short section of tasting notes from between Sid and Bunch. So if you do want to go on to watch that, that's cool. If not, shut her down. And love you guys. Thank you so much for watching the content. It means a lot. Your packages are going to be in the mail really damn soon. We'll be putting them on a truck first of next week, and they should start shipping UPS midweek. So, cheers, guys. Love you a lot. If you want to go ahead and finish this out, cool. If not, see you next time.
Okay. I did just have chicken parmesan. Ooh. That one smells divine. I would like to take a guess just off nose.
Okay.
56. Which was the junkie blend? Always junkie.
So that was 91.
56. 92, 91. And I don't think I've had 92 yet.
I don't think so.
I haven't had it yet.
So that
Or this is just the blend that Jared's been working on.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it was originally for a different project, and then we ended up adding more barrels to it, and it became batch 92 instead.
Everyone's wanting it to be fall. You're like forcing it to be fall, but it's like still hot out.
I think you could still get away with that summer into fall.
Absolutely.
I think you could still get away with that summer.
I sound like a news anchor. Absolutely, Matt. Ooh, you know what I need? I need my wheel. The wheel that I
your
printed
tasting note
out
wheel?
for.
I'll get you a tasting note.
Yeah. Those are so fun. I saw one for the first time, actually at D'Angelo's house, I'm pretty sure. And the tasting wheel, I'm the only one on the planet that doesn't know about this. I just learned about it recently. But it'll have like 4 or 5 broad spectrum profiles on it. So it helps you pick out what are you tasting, and it helps you get more specific in the outer rings. I know where it's at. Official stuff stolen off the internet. I can't put my nose on, or my mouth, tongue,
Your taste buds?
taste buds. Thank you. I can't put my taste buds on the woody section, but the sweet is going butter, vanilla and caramel are super hard for me to differentiate from each other. It's just like, I know it's sweet, but I don't know why. It's like a simple syrupy sweetness.
Yeah.
That's hard for me to do. Oh my stars.
Now see that for me, that is a vanilla caramel bomb
Yeah.
up front.
It's so sweet.
It's like those little,
Marshmallow fluff.
yeah, it's like those little candies, those little caramel candies that got like
Werther's?
no, the ones that have like the little, like the white creamy vanilla type stuff in the middle of them. I can't. They're in like the wax paper.
Whoa! I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, though, like that's what I get on the nose.
Holy
of this.
smokes! You went to Cracker Barrel a lot as a kid.
Only a couple times.
That sounds like a Cracker Barrel candy.
Yeah, it's like that caramel cream.
Yeah, it is. It's caramel and it's creamy. It's marshmallowy.
Oh, that's really good.
Yep, it's great. Can I get it in a perfume spray bottle? Huh. It tastes different than it smells. I'm getting more of specifically for fruit and floral.
Okay.
So I think between fruit, oh man, I think maybe like a fig or a raisin is where I
Yeah,
go with that sweetness.
No, I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think that's wrong. I can see the fig for sure. I get the toasted oak.
Mm-hmm.
I get like the pecan style flavor.
Yeah.
Maybe not a walnut, not almond.
No.
As far as the sweet, I think it is
Corn.
corn for sure.
She corny. Where to put you? This makes me feel like we're in Harry Potter and we are the Sorting Hat.
I was just gonna say that. I'm like, you sounded exactly like the Sorting Hat.
I just watched it the other night.
So I'm gonna say berry. I'm gonna say a
Okay.
little bit of the cherry. I don't
Yeah.
think I'm gonna go blueberry. I think I'm gonna go cherry.
No.
I'm gonna go.
Cherry?
I don't really get the stone fruit in it. Maybe I could see maybe a candied fruit. It is sweet.
Yeah. I think that's why I'm like raisin, because it's not quite a candy
Yeah.
fruit, but it's not really a dried fruit. It's
So
like
maybe
a
almost
raisin.
plummy.
Maybe plummy raisiny.
Yep.
But the spice part of this hits a lot here. It hits leather. It hits clove, black pepper. This hits a lot of things on our pinwheel here.
This is really, really good.
Is this older? Does this have older juice?
Some of it will be.
Some of it will be. Okay.
That is really, really good. Really, really good. So
I love the pours that are so oily and they have all this flavor for you to break down, and then you get that spice in the back, and it's almost like the spice moves itself forward. Like, so you
Yeah.
get to really enjoy it, dive into all those flavors, and then you have that nice hug in the back.
oh, and it's still finishing too. I mean, the finish
Yeah.
is like a minute and a half. But there's like it's almost like a Korean barbecue, like an Asian zing that you get in it. And it's very subtle in here now because it blended in so
Yeah.
well. But if you go looking for that note, it's really good and it's in there just
Susan,
a little bit.
It's one of those things that when you say it, it's like, oh my gosh, that's what I taste.
Yeah.
Yep, you nailed it.
So really, all we're really trying to determine today is, with batch 92, do you feel like it stacks up to the others, and is it ready for us to bottle it tomorrow?
I can't poke any holes in it at all.
It's
I think
really
it's
good.
really great.
It's really good, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's really great. Yes, I say bottle this. I think
I think
it's
so
great.
too. Yeah, I think so too. It's really good.
Well, this was great fun.
It was a lot of fun. So yeah, we're gonna bottle it tomorrow, and it'll be available.
Perfect.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.